to second the Right Honorable TAYEBWA, MP Luhinda North County, for position of Deputy Speaker of the Parliament. I have known the Honorable TAYEBWA for over a quarter decade, right from university days, where I was also the Social Affairs Minister and the Chair Guild Council. He is a social man and an established member of the parliamentary golf team. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable TAYEBWA has already undergone all the necessary induction and training as Deputy Speaker and ready to support you as Speaker of this Parliament. The Right Honorable Speaker, of course, the agenda issues. I have a mother, I personally have a wife, but I also have a daughter. I'm also a proud member of WOPA as a man. What I cannot qualify for is to vote and also to be voted. As for gender issues, difficult times call for difficult decisions. Fortunately, the President is here, the Chief Hunter, and he knows where to deploy who. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable TAYEBWA is an industrialist employing very many women. There's an African saying, why look for a moon when the sun has not offended you? We have been with the Right Honorable TAYEBWA. I guess he has not offended us. So, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I beg to second the Right Honorable TAYEBWA for the position of the Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament. I beg to second.
Thank you. The candidate.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, honorable colleagues, members of Parliament, with high humility, I do hereby consent to my nomination to serve as the Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament. I do consent.
Thank you. Is that another nomination? Or another candidate consenting?
It's a nomination, Right Honorable Speaker.
Go ahead.
Right Honorable Speaker, first and foremost, allow me to congratulate you upon being elected as the Speaker of the 12th Parliament. My name is Chiruruta Yusufu Junior Nkeretanyi, standing here as a representative of the people of Kalungu County East. Before I nominate my candidate, Right Honorable Speaker, allow me, first and foremost, recognize and appreciate the President of the Republic of Uganda for his presence. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, thank you for sacrificing yourself for the past 40 years to be the President of the Republic of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, the President has not only sacrificed himself, but he has sacrificed the members of the first family to take on the leadership positions of this family, something that cannot be taken for granted. Right Honorable Speaker, there seems to be a talent for standing as a sacrifice for the people of Uganda from the first family. I hereby, Right Honorable Speaker, as per Rule 6, Sub-Rule 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Article 82 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, nominate my candidate. My candidate is not a minister, he's not a prime minister, and neither is he a vice president. And I go on to nominate my candidate, Honorable Sodo Aine Kaguta, in a way of appreciating the Fasti family for the tremendous work and sacrifice that they have given to this country. Right Honorable Speaker, by virtue of the fact that the 12th Parliament tends to have the biggest percentage having new members, Aine Kaguta, being from the Kaguta family, stands out to lead us for the deputy speakership role by virtue of the fact that the new entrants of the 12th Parliament are many. And by virtue of the fact that the population of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Speaker, with more than 80% below the age of 40 years, I think my candidate stands out at the age of 46 to represent the biggest population of the Republic of Uganda. I beg to nominate.
Is the nomination seconded? I take it that the nomination is not seconded, and therefore are you coming to second the nomination?
His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Chief Justice, the Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Namere Justin Nsubuga, representing the wonderful people of Masaka City, the agricultural city. Ekibuga kya Ssaabasajja Kabaka. Right Honorable Speaker, the presence of His Excellency the President in this place is a constitutional requirement under the Article 95 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. It carries both fundamental symbolism and protocol significance. It will be an affront to the sovereignty and dignity of the Republic of Uganda for this august House to entertain sweeping statements on protocol without specifically acknowledging the presence of His Excellency the President of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, with your leave, I evoke, I'm protected by the Speaker. He allowed me to give a point of order, a point of procedure. Right Honorable Speaker, with your leave, I invoke Rule 5 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament and humbly pray that you hold Honorable Charles Tebandeke, Member of Parliament, Bale County, National Unity Platform, that you hold him out of order, because when he was addressing this august House, he swept the President under the carpet and said, all protocol observed. Also, Right Honorable Speaker, in your maiden speech today, you outlined 7 pillars upon which you intend to preside without compromise. Members, I'm protected.
I think you need to...
And one of those pillars was strict adherence to the rules of procedure of Parliament. I therefore rely on Rule 5(8) to implore Right Honorable Speaker to uphold Rule 5 as it stands. Since no amendments have been made, I bring it to your attention that there has been no valid nomination of Honorable Nyakato. The member that nominated her did not follow this rule. Right Honorable Speaker, in your maiden speech, you mentioned 7 pillars that you intend to rely on. There has
Honourable
been no
members,
nomination.
honourable
Thank you, Right
members.
Honourable Speaker.
Honourable members, you get back to your seats. Please. Honourable Bet, you said you've delayed in this parliament. Yes. You think it's your time to leave? No, you've delayed in this parliament for 25 years. You know how 20. Yes. You know how we proceed. Now I was giving her order. Please kindly resume your seat. The Honorable Justin Namere was tickled by issues of protocol, but as we speak now, we are processing nomination of Deputy Speaker. Of course, as members of Parliament, beginning tomorrow, you will be taken through orientation. So we would assume that some of you, but not Honorable Member for Bale, because he's a second term Member of Parliament, he probably was very deliberate, but decorum is required of us. Decorum. Give to others what you desire to be given. Honor and respect. Can we close the nomination at this point if there is no? I find the fourth nomination is not seconded. I find that the member just came to be known that he has been sworn in. Congratulations, member from Kalungu. I now call for, now there are more than one, and so we call to the ballot. And I want to ask the clerk to start the process. Can we have the agents of Honorable Aguti Sarah, and then of Honorable Nyakato Asinas, and then of Right Honorable Thomas TAYEBWA. Only agents. And the process starts. I think we can have one for each. I would like to know who is for Honorable Grace Sarah for Aguti, then one for Honorable Nyakato, then Honorable TAYEBWA. You are two? Okay. 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 Isaac, okay. You leave the woman to, okay. Thank you. We are sorted. Clerk?
Ayo Joyce Makamo.
Can we first determine the ballot paper, the ballot boxes that is empty? Confirmed by the three agents, and now the voting can commence. By calling out names.
Ayo Joyce Makamo. Ababiku Jessica. Abeja Susan Jolly. Abe Lillian. Abigaba Cuthbert Mirembe. Achafua Topista. Achan Joyce Okeni. Acheng Jane Ruth Ochero. Achayo Juliet Lodu. Acheng Sandra.
Mr. Speaker, I rise on a point of procedure, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, while elections for the Speaker were being called, the CJ announced that we had 370 voters in the House. However, when the tally was done, you scored 441 votes. Right Honorable Muiru Paul scored 60 votes, and Honorable Mao Norbert scored 15 votes, bringing the total number of votes to 516, giving a difference of 146 votes out of those that were originally announced. To people who will be reading the answer, Mr. Speaker, they will think that there was ballot stuffing during the election of the Speaker. I think there was a mistake that was done because other people were still being registered on arrival as the elections were going on. As we move to start the elections for the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, wouldn't it be procedural okay for us to be informed on the true number of voters who are here present, and for record to be set straight on the issue of the number of people who actually participated during the election of the Speaker? That is the point of procedure I want to raise, Mr. Speaker, and I beg for your kind guidance. Thank you.
You raising procedural matter on my own election. You sat on your right while the presiding officer was the Chief Justice, and now I am presiding over the election of Deputy Speaker. But what I'm being told is that the Chief Justice said at present, at that point of the beginning of the voting, there were 372 or something, 370. Members of Parliament kept on coming, and the register is an open document there. They are the ones who registered. 519 registered, and yes, that is not anything strange. It is very difficult to determine other than using the register. So we are using the register. I'm sure that they could have either, more members could have come, or even we could have lost some. So can the voting go on?
Achia Kathy, Achia Lokiru Gabriel, Achia Remigio, Achola Catherine, Achom Alobo Joan, Achom Esther, Achom Julius Bua, Achora Nancy Adong, Adek Ann Ebaju, Adidiwa Abdu, Adome Francis Lorica. Ayeku Patrick, Agaba Gilbert, Agaba Peter, Aguti Sarah, Ahewa Wilba Manisa, Aine Godfrey Kaguta, Ajilo Mariam, Goreti Elegu, Akelo Beatrice Akori. Akelo Lucy, Akelo Rose Lily, Akifeza Grace Ngabirano, Akol Anthony, Akorikin Francis, Akoth Angela Zokire, Akugiziwe Aled Ronald, Akugiziwe Lawrence, Akum Catherine Mavenjina, Alenyo Michelle Godfrey. Alero Tom Azar, Ali Moses, Alinaitwe Sylvia Tumhire, Alion York Odria, Alum Santa Sandra Ogwang, Alupo Jessica Rose Epel, Ariela Dennis Omondi, Amanio Dravile Sheila, Amanya Cohen Champene, Amede Agnes. Among Anita Annette, Amongin Jane Francis Okili, Angura Frederick, Agwech Colin, Anifa Banjirana, Anyakun Esther Davinia, Anyango Janet Hope, Anwar Ricky Richard, Aogon Silas, Awol Betty Ochan. Apollot Christine, Ariko Herbert Edmund Okoro, Arinaitwe Geneva, Arinaitwe Rakajara Katambuka, Asera Stephen, Asimwe Enos Chinyamachunda, Asimwe Florence Akik, Atan Okia Moses, Atugonza Alan, Atwereide Arthur Kazora. Atkunda Rebecca Mubanjizi, Atuto Jacinta, Atwijukire Boaz, Atwijukire Dan Chimosho, Atiang Stella, Auma Janet, Auma Kenny, Auma Linda Agnes, Avako Melsa Naima Gule, Avrul Jen Pakuto. Awol Betty Engola, Ayagalachi Jamali, Ayepa Michael, Ayo Janet Phoebe Obol, Ayume Charles, Bartom Ben Kolyang, Babang Wilfred Erima, Babidie Kitio Sarah, Babidie Mili Babalanda. Babula Noel, Kataike Matilda, Bajire Agre Henry, Bagole Ngobi John, Baguma Spelanza Muhenda, Bahirira Sylvia Tumwekwase, Bakashaba Christopher, Bachireke Namboze Betty, Banya Emmanuel Natal, Bariayanga Andrew Aja.
Baliomonsi Chris, Basajja Subi, Nsereko Charles Kauma, Baseke Fred, Basajja Idi, Batua Timothy Lusala, Bazanya Matayo, Bebona Josephine Babunji, Bejira Samuel, Begumisa Protasio, Biara Emmanuel Wepukulu. Bijirwa Nora Nyendoha, Binji Patrick Nyanzi, Birungi Annette, Birungi Caroline Nanyondo, Bisaso Abdu, Bright Tom Amot, Wakenya Michael Iga, Biamukama Fred, Biamukama Rogers, Bianyima Nathan. Bibesho Sam, Biuma Oswald Dez, Cadet Benjamin, Chala Elma Capel, Chandia Bernadette Kodiri, Chemonges William, Chamtai Phyllis, Cherutich Rufina, Dramviku Eric Sabit, Drito Martin Andy. Drewal Jennifer, Echodu David Calvin, Edakasi Alfred Eraru Olale, Ediao Samuel, Edopu Peter Edeku, Ekoro Alex Irukani, Erem Leo, Emaju Peter Paul, Engola Sam, Eroni Tony. Etiru Margaret, Eunice Otuko Apio, Ezama Siraj Brahan, Fungaro, Kaps Hassan, Gasheija Shaka Stephen, Goire Moses, Gonyi David Robert, Guma David Gomisiriza, Javiera Fortunate, Ibaseret Josephine Gibbs, Ibrahim Aisu, Ikiriza Knight, Ilkol Emmanuel, Isamat Abraham, Isingoma Patrick Mwesgwa, Ismail Muhammad Lomwa, Itung Sara Masereka, Jarameso Fred, Joyo Harriet, Kavasa Balaba Bruce, Kabanda David, Kabanda Minsana Bengo, Kabalokole Sara, Kabasharira Naomi, Kabuye Chofa, Kadaga Rebecca Litwala, Kafuzi Jackson Karugava, Kaheru Vincent Freedom, Kahima Moses Mugabe, Kajwenje Trinomjisha Wilson, Kaka Lubega Ismail Uthman. Kakoza James, Kakoza Joseph, Kalenzi Victor, Kalisa Jovrin Chomukama, Kambale Feligo, Kampanya Abdu Swaibo, Kamontu Ephraim, Kanabi Jime, Kangwaje Stephen Rakanuma, Kankunda Amos Chibuika, Kansime Anna, Kanushu Laura, Kanyesije Masse, Kapiagon Brian, Kalisa John Bosco Koi, Karim Musa, Karubanga Jacob Atenyi, Karuhanga Gerard Kafureka, Kasaija Matia, Kasaja George Patrick, Kasigwa Gerald Bihemaiso, Kasiringanda Ali, Kasukali Mithusera, Kasule Ismail, Kateshumbwa Dixon, Katoko Sylvia Damba, Katushabe Doreen Birunji, Katushabe Ruth, Katusime Adrin, Katusime Anet Mujisha, Katusime Jovia, Kavuma Samuel, Kawalia Abubeka, Kayogera Yona, Kenan Opio, Kainza Agnes Shioma, Kalai Peace, Chivaju Charity Kamuhanda, Chichoncho Patrick. Chiria Grace Pade Wanzara, Kiza Andrew Namitego Kaluya, Kiza Kenneth Nyendoha, Chikabi Edward, Chinarwa James, Chinobere Herbert Tom, Chinshaba Peace Nkunda, Chiruruta Yusuf Junior Nkeretanyi, Chirumira Hassan, Chirunji Anet Pamela.
Kisa Stephen Bakubariayo, Kiseka Salim, Kitanywa Sowed, Kiti Peter, Kitiyo Patrick, Kiwanuka Abdara, Kiwanuka Keifa, Kiwanuka Suleiman, Kiyimba Emmanuel, Chionga WCB. Chiza Hakim Saula, Komakech Christopher, Komol Joseph Mindi, Kugonza Emily, Kungu Samuel Bamuteze, Kutesa Mary Kamuli, Kutesa Patrick,
Kweyuchin Grace Freedom, Quiz
Kwizera Edi Wagahung, Chambade Amelia Ann, Charampe Rebecca, Charikunda Roida Twinomjuni, Cheyune Haruna Kasolo, Cheyune Ivan, Chogabi Rejaki Muganda, Lakisa Masi Faith, Lamwaka Catherine, Lanyero Christine Awani, Lenia Charity Kevin, Linda Irene. Lochap Peter Ken, Logose Sarah Annette, Loki John Baptist, Lokor Albert, Lokor Stephenson Yoyo, Lokbal Emmanuel, Lokwang Hilary, Lolem Mika Akisile, Loluk Fidelis, Logwe, Logoli Simon Peter. Lowila Sidi Okateyot, Lubega George Willie, Lubowa Sebina Javira, Lugolobi Amos, Lugolobi Willie Bagayente, Rugwar Benson, Ruchams David Karanga, Lule Eria Eric, Luyimbazi Nalukola Elias, Ransa Sulasara, Mala Zahara Yurika, Mafabi Asha Nambulo, Maganda Julius Wandera, Magogo Moses Hasim, Makumbi Henry Kamya, Malende Shamim, Malinga Isaac Maikut, Mamawi James, Mao Nobat, Mariam Saif. Masaba Karim, Masaba Muhammad Mutenyo, Maseruka Robert, Masiko Henry Moses, Matembu Chris Wataka, Matovu Emmanuel Magola, Mawanda Mike Maranga, Mayanja Moses, Mbabazi Jacqueline,
Mbalibula Christopher Chibanzanga Tabana, Meme Sylvia, Migadde Robert Ndugwa, Mirembe Lydia Daffin, Modoi Isaac, Mande Julius Rude, Mpata Sale, Mpindi Bomali, Mubanjizi Didan, Mudiobole Abedi Nassa, Mudukoi Fred Oduchu, Mugabe Robert, Mugabe Muzale Martin Chisule, Mugenyi Joseph, Mujira James, Mugisa Margaret Mohanga, Mohenda Ronald, Mohoza Desire, Mohoej Jim Katugugu, Mujungu Jennifer, Mujuni Asensio Mari. Mukaye Miriam, Muchiiri Elias Serunjoji, Mukisa Robina Hope, Mulemya Ismail Sowedi, Mulindwa David Isimbwa, Musa Noah, Musanje Moses, Musasizi Henry Aliganyira, Mushabe Rujoki Ruth, Musira John, Musinguzi Patrick, Musisi George, Mutasingwa Diana Nankunda, Mutebi Bernard Mugoya, Mutego Ronald Hanguja, Mutekanga Zadok, Mutonyi Rose Masava, Muyonjo Hussein, Muzaidi Kemisi, Mwesigwa Matthias. Mwine Mpaka Ramirama, Mwiru Paul, Nabaduka Anet, Nabakoba Judith Narure, Nabawanuka Sumaya, Nabanja Robina, Nabidi Anet, Nabukenya Brenda, Naguja Judith, Najuma Sarah, Nakadama Rukia Isanga, Nakawuchi Susan Sambo, Nakazibwe Hope Grania, Nachisita Betty Mpongo, Nachi Julius Muntu, Naku Phiona, Nakuti Faith Loru, Nakwede Harriet, Naruyima Betty Ethel, Namanya Viola.
Namara Dennis, Namatende Eunice, Namatovu Mastula, Nambazira Florence, Nambeshe John Baptist, Namboze Teddy, Namere Justin, Namubiru Rabshisha Margaret, Namuganza Pasis Princess, Namuju Sise Dionozia. Namukuta Brenda, Namlondo Sarah, Namtawe Joan, Nangoli Gerald, Nangoli Umar, Nankabira Anne Maria, Nankwanga Stella Maris, Nantongo Fortunate Rose, Nanzala Matrin, Nansolo Eugenia. Natumanya Flora, Natrinda Eliab, Nawe Molly Kamukama, Nayebale Sylvia, Naziwa Margaret, Des Alex, Nekesa Christine Situma, Ngabirano Charles, Gompe Klinos, Ninkusima John Paul.
Ninsima Evelyn, Nirinjimana James Roji Kaveruka, Nyonsaba Alex, Nkuruma Roland, Nkunyinji Mwada, Namara Annette Oyes Vyamukama, Nsamba Patrick Oshabe, Nsegumile Muhammad Chibedi, Ntabazi Harriet, Ntale Nseleko Madina, Nulia Hafsateko, Nyakatas Nancy, Nyakato Dorothy, Nyamutoro Phiona, Nyeko Johnson Kezekia, Obiga Rose, Obong Peter Achuda, Obong Vincent Shedrick, Oboth Maxons Jacob, Ochan Patrick, Ochen Geoffrey, Ochai Maximus, Odong JJ Abubakar, Odori John, Ofono Opondo Podere, Ogama Ali Ismail, Ogwal Joseph Jones, Ogwang Patrick Obura, Ogwang Peter, Ojala Mapenduzi Martin. Ojit Peter, Ojok Andrew Olanya, Okasai Sidronius Opoloti, Okelo Geoffrey Charles, Okelo Patrick Onguti, Okecho George, Okecho John Francis, Okeyo Peter, Okia Joan Aniku, Okiding Sam.
Okot Benfence Henry, Okot Peter, Okoya John Calvin, Okulo Francis, Okum Gabriel, Okwere David Becham, Okwi Constantine, Olanya Gilbert, Oleru Huda Abason, Omara Paul. Omoding Emmanuel, Onek Hilary Abalokel, Onek Alit Ameri Dennis, Ongalo Obote Clement Kenneth, Ongeitho Emmanuel Jor, Ongom Patrick, Ongrok Richard, Ongu James, Onzima Phiona, Opio Samuel Achut. Opito Vincent, Opio Danish Godfrey, Opolot Isiagi Patrick, Opolot Okwalenga Simon Peter, Oligumisiriza Enid Atheide, Oron Derek, Oriema Simon Peter Adum, Osuru Maureen, Osia Solomon Alemu, Otafide Kahinda. Otim Bernard, Otim Gui Isaac Ismail, Otto Edward Markmott, Otoba Wellborn Odia, Ouma Willie, Owene Richard Machinka, Owino Nicholas Simon, Park Peter Pex, Paparu Lillian Obial, Pendun Josephine.
Rachimari Beatrice, Rugumayo Edison, Rohindi Frederick, Rotera Holidian, Rwakojo Robina Gureme, Ramirama Bright Kanyontore, Rashande Emmanuel, Sazi Godfrey, Sange Jacqueline, Sebamara Richard, Sekabira Dennis, Sechindi Aisha, Senteza Richard, Sham J. Tana, Sirwanyi Solomon, Sebuga Chimeze Beronado, Sechitoleko Robert, Semwanga Javira, Semwanga Joseph, Sentai Muhammad. Senyonyi Joel Besekezi, Serukenya David, Serunjoji Hassan Muchibi, Sewagudde Robert, Sewungu Joseph Gonzaga, Suvi Chinyamatama Juliet, Tabana Ate Sharifa, Tayewa Didas Kabumbuza, Tayebwa Thomas, Tevandeke Charles. Teira John, Tete Chirangat Evelyn, Tibiaze Peace, Tio William Teira Oda, Tom Aliti Chandia, Tukahirwa James Viengeru Hunter, Tumukunde Henry Kakurugu, Tumurame Genesio, Tumusime, John Bosco, Tumwebaze Frank Kajiji.
Tumwebaze Mwine, tumwesije Anthony, tumwesije Eliod, Turiakayo Kebirunji Mary Paula, Twala Fadil, twesije Stephen, Twinamasko Onesimus, Twinomjun Francis Kazin, Uhur Nelson, Wako Joy Peggy. Wabusan Stephen Mwaka, Waiswa Joel Azara, Wakabi Pius, Wakida Patrick Godfrey, Wakoli Godfrey Matembu, Waluswaka James, Waliomu Moses Mwanika, Wamukuyu Ignatius Mudimi, Wandera John Paul, Wandera Sandala.
Wanyama Judas Thadio, Wanyama Richard, Wanyenya Shafiga, Wanyoto Godfrey, Wanyoto Lydia Mutende, Wekomba Sara Nambozo, Wembabazi Beatrice, Wokuli Geoffrey, Zake Francis, Zambali Blasio Mokasa, Zawede Victorious,
Yes, the names have all been read, but just in case if you came after your name was already read, please you come up and we verify that you can be given opportunity to vote. Otherwise, we would be closing. Okay. Now the polling has been closed. I want to direct the clerk so that they can open the box and the counting starts.
We are going to have 2 polling assistants. One shall receive the votes for Thomas TAYEBWA. Yeah, 3 polling assistants plus 1 who will receive spoiled votes. You will be in charge of Thomas TAYEBWA. You'll be in charge of Asana, Nyakato. Then you'll be in charge of Agut Sar, and you'll be in charge of spoiled votes.
Okay, you start.
Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Sarah. TAYEBWA Thomas. TAYEBWA Thomas. TAYEBWA Thomas. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. TT Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. TAYEBWA Thomas. Thomas TAYEBWA. Nyakato. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Nyakato Asanasio. TAYEBWA Thomas. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. TAYEBWA Thomas. Agut Sara. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Nyakato Asinans. Nyakato Asinans. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Thomas TAYEBWA. Nyakato Asinas. TAYEBWA Thomas. Nyakato. Thomas TAYEBWA. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Honorable Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. No vote. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Nyakato. Tayebwa. 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 Sarah Aguti. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Nyakato. Thomas. Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Andrew. Thomas Tayebwa. Gender invalid. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Agut Sarah. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Agut Sarah. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Nyakato Asnas. Tayebwa. Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Agut Sarah. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. 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 Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Thomas Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa. Honorable Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas. Sarah Oguti. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas. 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 Asnas Nyakato. Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas Nyakato Asnas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Asnas Nyakato. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. 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 Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa Nyakato. Agut Sara. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa Nyakato Asnas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa Nyakato Asnas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa Nakato. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tom Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa TT. Nyakato Asnans. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Agut Sara. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Nakato. Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Nyakato Asnans. Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Nakato Asnans. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Nyakato. Nakato Asnans. Tayebwa Thomas. Asnas Nyakato. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. 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 Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa Thomas. 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 Tayebwa Thomas. Nyakato. Tayebwa Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa T. Thomas. Tayebwa T. Thomas. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa. Tayebwa, Tayebwa, Agut Sara, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Nyakato, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Nyakato, Nyakato Asnans, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, 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 Sara, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Sara, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Agut Sara, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, 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 Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Nyakato Asnans, Sara Aguti, Tayebwa Thomas, 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 Nyakato, Asnas Nyakato, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Nyakato, Tayebwa Thomas, MP Hoima City, Nyakato, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Thomas Tayebwa, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, Tayebwa Thomas, and finally Tayebwa Thomas. We shall begin to count the numbers obtained by each of the candidates, and we shall begin with spoiled votes.
Spoiled votes number 1. Another spoiled vote number 2. Spoiled vote number 3.
Shall invite the officer to count the numbers, the votes garnered by Sarah Aguti.
Sarah Aguti, the number of votes for Sarah Aguti: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Votes garnered by Asanas Nyakato.
Votes for Honorable Nyakato Asinansi: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45.
We shall now get the votes, count the votes obtained by Honorable Thomas TAYEBWA.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. One hundred and one, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 150, 49, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 62, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 72, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180. 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190. 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200, 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 220, 219, 220, 221, 222, 223. Okay. 222.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238, 239, 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246, 247, 248, 249, 250, 251, 252, 253, 254, 255, 256, 257, 258, 259, 260, 261, 262, 263, 264, 265, 266, 267, 268, 269, 270, 271, 272, 273, 274, 275, 276, 277, 278, 279, 280, 281, 282, 283, 284, 285, 286, 287, 288, 289, 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 310. 311, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 320, 321, 322, 323, 324, 325, 326, 327, 328, 329, 330, 1, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 340, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 350, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 360, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 370, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 380, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 390, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 400, 99, 400, 401, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 410, 411, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 420, 421, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 430, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 440, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 450, 451, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 457.
Declaration of results. Having duly counted the votes, I now proceed to announce the outcome of the vote for the position of Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament as follows. Total number of ballot papers contained in the ballot box were 519. Total number of members who have abstained from voting is nil. Spoiled and blank ballot papers are 3. Honorable Sarah Aguti, 14 votes. Honorable Nyakato Asnans, 45 votes. And Honorable TAYEBWA Thomas, 457 votes. In accordance with Rule 5, Sub-Rule 14H of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, I declare Honorable Thomas TAYEBWA as the Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. Congratulations, Honorable Thomas TAYEBWA.
Item number 16, administration of oath to the Deputy Speaker by His Excellency the President.
Can we have the Deputy Speaker-elect, Honorable Thomas TAYEBWA, being conducted and taken for administration of oath by His Excellency the President in accordance with Article 82. Can we get Honorable TAYEBWA? It's being dragged.
Honourable members, the Right Honourable Speaker is going to introduce the Deputy Speaker to His Excellency the President, and His Excellency the President will administer the oath of the Deputy Speaker to the Right Honourable Thomas TAYEBWA. After the oath, he will also receive the instruments of power as an alternate Speaker of Parliament.
I, Thomas TAYEBWA, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will at all times well and truly serve the Republic of Uganda in the office of the Deputy Speaker, and that I will support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by law established. So help me God.
Having taken the oath of the Deputy Speaker and signing in the oath book to be appended by His Excellency the President, the Deputy Speaker shall also receive the same instruments of power, showing that once he is in the chair, he has the same powers as the Right Honourable Speaker. So he shall receive the mace that will be followed by the Uganda flag. His Excellency is signing the oath that was signed by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, appending his signature, as is clearly stated in Article 82.10 of the Constitution, and the oath acts in Chapter 19 of the laws of Uganda. So His Excellency is now going to hand over the mace, the instrument of power, to the Deputy Speaker, to be followed by the Uganda flag. Parliament is a custodian of the Uganda flag, and this will be followed by the coat of arms. And after the coat of arms, we shall have the Constitution, and that will be followed by the rules of procedure of Parliament. And finally, the ceremonial robes of the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. So the senior officials from Parliament will now robe the Deputy Speaker, and he will have been fully empowered to run the affairs of Parliament as the Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. Honourable members, distinguished guests, the Parliament of Uganda now has a Right Honourable Speaker and a Right Honourable Deputy Speaker of Parliament. And now that Parliament is fully constituted, as the Speaker comes back to his chair, I will quickly inform you that business will start tomorrow with the orientation of members of Parliament. Orientation will be at Parliament, so please ensure that tomorrow you are there for the start of this orientation. A few more announcements will be made after.
Item number 18, remarks by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament.
Your Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, honorable colleagues, members of Parliament, the clerk and staff of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency and honorable members, I congratulate you and honorable colleagues on your election and thank the people of Uganda for the trust they have put in you to lead. I also take this opportunity to congratulate my senior brother, the Right Honorable Jacob Maxwell OBOTH, on your election to the position of Speaker of the 12th Parliament. Today, I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude, humility, and renewed resolve. I'm deeply honored by the trust and confidence you have once again placed in me by electing me to serve as Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament of Uganda. I thank you, and I thank you, honorable colleagues. I wish to extend my sincere appreciation to Your Excellency the President for your enduring leadership, guidance, and trust. You have often reminded us that leadership is about service to the people, not service to oneself. That principle remains our enduring call as legislators to legislate, to oversee, and represent the people of Uganda, with the people of Uganda always at the center of whatever we do. To the members of the Central Executive Committee and members of NRM Caucus, thank you for your confidence. The journey started with you. To my colleagues, all of you honorable members of Parliament, including those who don't belong to the NRM, thank you for this renewed mandate. I do not take your support for granted. You have given me a second chance. And to my other beloved family of the Patriotic League of Uganda and our dear chairman, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, I will forever be indebted for you stood strongly by my side. I'm equally and humbly grateful to my constituents, the people of Ruhinda North, whose unwavering belief and support continue to inspire me to serve with dedication and humility. Without your support, I wouldn't be here as a Deputy Speaker. To my family, especially my dear wife, Anita TAYEBWA, and our son, Timothy Rwanda Mayonza, I want to thank you for the sacrifices you've made, for your love and your steadfast support. Public service demands very much, and your social support has been my anchor in whatever I do. You give me an inspiration to work hard every day so that you can live in a better Uganda. The scripture reminds us in Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you. Today, I give thanks to God, to all of you honorable colleagues, to His Excellency, who has trusted me and who has nurtured me, and to my party, the NRM, and to our nation for the opportunity to serve once more. As we begin this new chapter of the 12th Parliament, I pledge to work with the Right Honourable Speaker and every member of this House with fairness, humility, and commitment, so that together we can strengthen Parliament, deepen democracy, and advance the aspirations of our people. As the Deputy Speaker, it is my duty to support the vision of my elder brother, Right Honourable Jacob OBOTH, the Speaker of Parliament. If I may tell you this, he has been my unofficial advisor. Now I'm going to be his quiet advisor as a deputy. I can't state my plans beyond what, Right Honourable, you have stated. In me, I promise you that you have a deputy who will not only support but also advise you whenever necessary or called upon. To my colleagues in the opposition and all of you honourable members, in all of us, if all of us have the same mission to get our people out of poverty, you will find in me a deputy speaker to work with. If our mission is to transform our country in a bipartisan manner, you will find me a speaker you will easily work with. Let us focus, as our president has advised us, on the issue of what is the problem of Uganda, lifting our people out of poverty. How do we do it? By working together and supporting the government in its appropriation proposals, in its legislative proposals, and then we hold them accountable through oversight. I promise, honorable colleagues, that I know all the corners of the house. I know where we need cleanup. I know where we need to maintain the status quo. And I will be sharing this information with my senior leader, the Right Honorable Bosobos, so that we can build a parliament which we are all proud of. If you move out and you say, I'm a member of the 12th parliament, everyone should be able to say, we appreciate the work you're doing. May God bless you all, and may God bless Uganda, for God and my country.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir, I request you to invite His Excellency the President to make his remarks. Right Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, I take this singular honor to invite you to address this Parliament.
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, whom the members have just elected, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, who has similarly been just elected, His Lordship the Chief Justice, the Honorable Members of Parliament, and all the invited guests. First of all, I congratulate you, the Right Honorable Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker for being elected. Congratulations. And I thank the members of Parliament for carrying out their mandate peacefully and transparently. Thank you so much. I was last in a court of law 70 years ago, in 1956. And the offense I had committed was the offense of okwonesa. I was looking after our cows, and some boys were playing football, so I joined them for just a few minutes. And the cows went in somebody's garden. And by the time I went there, they were really feeding on the millet of the man. So I was taken to court. And before I went to court, my father advised me that when you go to court, you say, you plead guilty. If you plead guilty, they will be lenient to you. That was the last time I was in court, 70 years ago. So I was very amused today when I heard the CJ deciding the case which was brought by one of the opposition people who wanted to campaign. And then the CJ, I was just listening carefully, the CJ, no, we cannot allow campaigning because what you are talking about is campaigning. I thought that was very interesting. I was amused because I have not been to a court system. Then the Speaker decided on the question of the numbers. there was another opposition person, who, I don't know what the opposition, another member who said the members are 370 or 519. Then the speaker also decided it very, very wisely, and I was interested. I was just watching and enjoying. But I remain with one grievance: the way the CJ blacklisted one of my votes, because somebody had written OBOTH TAYEBWA. Yes, TAYEBWA was not being voted on, but it was clear that the man wanted to vote for OBOTH and also TAYEBWA. So why declare that vote invalid? I need you to give me, because that's how I have been losing votes. If you check all these elections, you find that the spoiled votes are like 500,000, 500,000, and they are all NRM votes. Because my people, instead of marking in the box, they mark the picture of the person. So why do you say that is invalid? Because he has shown you what he wanted. So once the CJ has decided, I have nowhere to appeal. So I'm just mourning now. Now, with the NRM people, the Banyankole have a proverb. Their proverb is, "Enduriye byukuriya oteranche." When you are making a lamb for food, you make a smaller one. Why? Because you want a few people to hear the alarm and come and join you. You don't want too many people to come and eat the food. But when you are making a lamb for war, you make a very big one, because you want many people to come and help you. Sometimes the NRM people do not understand the issue of broadening support. When I was sitting here listening to the results, Mr. OBOTH got 441 votes. The NRM members in Parliament are 370 what? Something. 370 what? Something there. So, you can see my strategy of making a big alarm for many people to come and join. The 372 have been joined by others. That's how we got 441 for Honorable OBOTH and 457 for TAYEBWA. It is the NRM plus the independents plus some good opposition people. No, but I must mourn the 15 votes which my ally Mao took away. Because those are also my votes, because I'm in alliance with Mao. But he took away my 15 votes. Then my son Akena, through the girl called Sarah, took another 14 votes. Those are my allies taking away my votes. We shall sort it out with the allies. Now I congratulate all of you, the leaders. But this time, I'll have to be very, very, very clear to everybody. I have been involved in fighting for Uganda's future for the last 65 years. Started in 1960 when I was in the middle school. I was already active. In all these years, we have evolved answers for our people, which help them. I started in the cattle corridor area, the Nyamutoro area. And if you go to the cattle corridor, those people have changed. They have gone from nomadism to settled agriculture, and they have developed a dairy industry which has given them a much better life. They have a lot of things to do. I'm still quarreling with them. They need to go from free range to growing pasture and zero grazing, because they will be much better, but they have moved all the same. After that, 1995, I moved to the rest of the country. And in the 1996 manifesto, we introduced the 4 acres model. Each of the MPs should get those 2 booklets. One booklet called From Wheels at Amatafari, how in the cattle corridor we were able to help people move from grass-thatched houses to permanent buildings. And then the other booklet entitled 4 sectors and 7 activities. This was in the manifesto of 1996. This is 30 years ago. And immediately after, we introduced interest-free capital in the form of entandikwa, being given out at the sub-county level. Now, all these years, we have been introducing programs for the poor people. And those who listen do very well. Show this wonderful parliament, my friend from Karamoja, the one who benefited from the Operation Wealth Creation. Let's see that man of Karamoja.
I am a model farmer in Abim district. My village here is called Arangetoy West. Arangetoy Parish, Abuk Town Council, Abim district in Karamoja. The mango trees you are seeing here were given to me by the president through Operation Wealth Creation. I received 200 mango seedlings, and I planted all, and they are all doing well. Apart from this venture, I got money from PDM last year. I got 880,000. And I used 800,000 for buying 10 goats. And the goats are there. They have multiplied. They are now 16. Part of the money of PDM I used for buying cassava stems. Through that money, I've managed to plant 2 acres of cassava. They are now doing well. The first acre I intend to harvest next year in January. Then for the mangoes, you are seeing, I started harvesting last year in 2023. The first harvest, I got 6 million. That was in June. Then second harvest in September, November, not September, November, I got another 6 million. So last year, from these mangoes, I got 12 million shillings. I've been selling to the people around. Actually, Soroti Fruit Factory has booked this mango. They want me to take these mangoes tomorrow, 2025, to the factory. Actually, I've been selling locally. I've been selling one at 500 shillings, two 1,000. And people are buying. These mangoes are very good. The mangoes, trees you are seeing here, are giving me money, a lot of money. And I want to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Kaguta Museveni, for coming up with the idea of Operation Wealth Creation in the country. This is money. I am not going to suffer. My children will not suffer because of this wealth. I call it wealth now. I always harvest, I don't harvest mango, I harvest money, not mangoes. So I want to thank our president so much. And next year, if all goes well, I expect to get 18 million first harvest. And then second harvest, I also expect to get 18 million next year, 2025. So altogether, I expect to get 36 million shillings.
Now, that is the testimony of somebody from Abim, more than 500 miles from here, who got materials, planting materials, and some money from two of those programs. He first got from Operation Wealth Creation, got seedlings. Now from PDM he got money for cassava and for goats. Now, where we are, after 60 years, 65 years of trying to move our people, I'm in a position to really be very rough with people who want a level of leadership but don't care about the people they lead. In the past, I've been polite. I talk as if I'm a preacher, like John the Baptist. Please, 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 please. But now, as president of Uganda and chairman of the NRM, I will be very, 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 very rough with people who want titles but don't want to help, who betray the people they lead. Why? Because I have already laid a trap for all of those people. I have put money through government programs by begging and begging all these big people, parliament, what? We have got programs on the ground. As I speak now, in every parish, there is 800 million shillings low-cost capital in each parish, 800 million. 500 million new money, and 300 million which should have been returned in the third year. So there's 800 million per parish now and per ward in Uganda. So if you say you are a leader, minister, member of parliament of the NRM, the opposition, I can't control them. They can do their own things. But for the NRM ones, I really demand that you go back to these parishes and you say, where is the 800 million? It should have covered 800 families now per parish. And in the manifesto, we are going to increase the money. We are going to make it 200 million now per year instead of 100 million. So therefore, as of now, if all of you do your work, when you go back, call all those wonderful parish chiefs and demand data on what has been happening in each parish and each ward, because in the rural areas, it is the parishes, in the towns, it is the wards. So very soon we shall, if we start in this Sanja, if we add 200 million per year, that will be 1 billion additional money in 5 years, then plus what will be brought back in 5 years will be 600 million, So we will be having more than 2 billion in each parish by the end of this Kisanya. So therefore, I don't want to hear that there is poverty in a homestead which has not accessed this money if they have the land. I demand this. And anybody who is a minister, if I come to your area and I find that you have not done it, I will sack you. There's no need why. Because I'm polite, I don't want to embarrass people. Ministers are mature people. You talk thinking that they will. But if people don't care about their own people, why should I care about them? Now, that is per parish. There is capital in each parish now. Low cost capital, which can get our people out of poverty. Then at the constituency level, you have the Emioga, that money there. I don't have the figures. When I come for the State of the Nation, I will bring the figures. That Emioga money, where is it? What is it doing? Every member of parliament should take interest in that. Then the other monies, there was grow money, there was money for the ghetto people here in Kampala, Jinja, and other areas. This money must be used to deal with poverty and jobs, and there is also money for infrastructure. Money goes to the districts. Some of the people were arrested in many of the districts because the money for the roads was being diverted to do other things because of corruption. So therefore, I want to inform everybody that all this time I've been monitoring, and normally I don't want to embarrass people, mature people. I talk thinking that I talk and act. I don't just talk. Talk, put this money on the ground, struggle. It's not always easy, but fortunately we have the money now. It's on the ground. Let's use it to get our people, all our people, out of poverty. When I see people going to Dubai to look for jobs, Dubai in the desert, get jobs there. When here, paradise, we are here, rain, everything is here. Why should people in the desert have more jobs than us? For the NRM people, I have shown them how you can create jobs very easily, very quickly, through this PDM program. Show them Basango again, just briefly. Because you are quoting the Bible, which has been quoted many times. Let me also quote what
Nze Basangwa Johnson, Managing Director wa Jaka Poultry Farm. Jaka Poultry Farm eyaganibwa Bukwenge, Kamuli Municipality, Kamuli District. Mu 2007 twatandika obulunzi nga tutandikira mu Kamuli Town Council by then mu plot yali 50 feet by 100 feet. There's a foot atano ku 10 eda itaka. Tutandika tutya twali nga tulina ebyobufuzi wano mu Kamuli nga waliwo ensonga nga chairman wero C5 omugenzi kawuga bamwidukira Katonda mu ekyumulo eky'emirembe nga bamutwoiremu abantu bangi abatamu application nga bali kwenda okufuuka ba chairman ba 5. Aye president yaida yatulungamya yakoba tubana abantu mwena temusobola kuba ba chairman ba 5. Aye abantu mujje mukola emirimu egindi ng'okulunda yayogera kulunda embidi okulunda enkoko byonna yabyogerako. Nze napikinga mu ekyokulunda enkoko n'atandika farm mu 2007 n'enkoko 5. Sawa dino wendogerera ku farm kuno tize mabega ntambwire. President yaida yankyalira mu 2010 nga ndina enkoko 5,000 yasanuka ino. Sawa dino tutambwire tulina enkoko 1,000 tufulumya amagi etru 2,000 buli lunaku. Etru 2,000 divaamu milioni 2 buli lunaku. Omwezi diba milioni 6. Omwaka tuba tuli mu bilioni 6 n'ekitundu etuba tukolaki tuyingiza. So tuwuliriza omulamwa gwa president okuva ku kiseera ekyo twakati katukigiireko. President yabaire musanhufu ino ku bintu byenkoze era nga buli kaseera nkyekingako. Wendogera kati tulina abakozi 300 betukozesa wano ku farm.
There you have the testimony of your own people. Basangwa started in 2007. After listening to my message as if it was a new one, yet I had been giving that message from 1995. But because many of the leaders don't care to amplify that message, people get diverted. Gumara, Babera Mbirara, diverted in it. Now, the other day, people were telling me that they are inviting me. One of my people was inviting me that there's something called Arsenal. I said, what is Arsenal? That it is a European club of football, that I don't know they have done what, and that I should go to celebrate. Celebrate for what? Please don't divert me. I was a footballer myself. Nobody can tell me about football, but I gave up football in 1966. I'm in Uganda. Liberation, poverty, jobs. I will be briefed about this Arsenal. Somebody was writing me that I should go to celebrate Arsenal. Me, Yoweri Museveni. If I want to play football, I play my football. I don't celebrate. So please, okay, you can have your Arsenal, you can have those things, but start with the people, please. Start with your own people. How can you be celebrating European clubs when your people don't have? There is a Kagar. Put a Pio there. Put a Pio.
Anya PVK aburi wan tin man ma alingiri sel ti Banya ward ti my town council ti Lira district.
Her name is Apio Vicky, a resident of Alingiri Cell, Banya ward, Amach Town Council in Lira district.
Agamu tiene me PDM yari ariatirwa adek.
She got the money for PDM in 2023.
La habong when tutumia piara beru and
970,000 and then 30,000 remained in the bank.
Atabino puru karachel ke nyuagi.
She planted maize.
Awilo nyuagi sacket sapara beach.
She bought maize 15 sackets.
Well met tutumia piara dek wiario.
30,000 each sacket.
Ate kela te puru por mergena deku dushu puru eka sadek.
She used it, actually she planted it in 3 acres of land. Preparing the garden cost her 150 for the 3 acres. Weeding cost her 50,000.
Now, to expedite the story of Apio, she got the 1 million of PDM. She had been married for 20 years. And she has got grown-up children who are teenagers, like 18, thereabout, whom I saw. In all those years, she had never handled 1 million shillings in her life. And when she got the 1 million, she did not even have the land, her own land. She went and rented land, 3 acres, from somebody and grew maize. Then she harvested maize, sold it, got 2.8 million. And from the 2.8 million, Some of it she put back in agriculture, and she bought those sheep which you see there. She's now a rich woman. When I went to campaign, she had now 60 sheep. She's a rich woman. Got out of poverty because of the 1 million. Last I will show you these stories. I don't know where you people, how you can live with such people with such poverty and you just there, I say no what? Your own people are living in poverty and you're meandering around the world watching other people's clubs. Let's see the girl of Rubirizi. I'm really going to be, I will not tolerate this. I don't want, because I'm polite, talk, thinking that people will pick. But if you can't pick, since God has kept me here for all this time, I will not tolerate this betrayal anymore. Hear this story of this woman. Terrible stories. The one of Rubirizi.
Amazina mbanyita Tumusime Deserata omutuze wa Rubirizi district ate yimirira ndi omuseri ya Kizurugo nisima president wa Uganda ayatwire PDM nyo kurangine myaka nkaga nina nkatene chinda tungira haka bakatwe sente za PDM miliyoni na yayi mtwari binasiga account yanje na rete mitwaro 98 kuna yicheraha na kwata emitwaro 15 na gura makoko na yombeke bizui ati na gura mwagazi gwempunu guringaniri emitwaro 30 na garka na gura bwana buringanire buti bubiri emitwaro 42 ati kuna maze kubiteko mu kizu na kwata na gura HTho na kareka emitwaro 2 gumwe zabe emitwaro 2 na gura no butundu bale mbubo bubiri na butekaho na sigaza emitwaro 9 na gura mu bwachachu bwempunu kulya na tandikiraho ati kuna bena aliza nkazitunga ebiru 19 kwa 5 1023 kuna bena isha okwikumi omwagazi gwempuno go gwaringanira gwanda kuzampaya ebyo kulya byasanke byankwata byamburamu buno buna obuzira buno bubiro butobu nagira ntikambu guzende ebere eje yagirenda nabuguze mitwaro nkarangu tukuza kurugamu kurunje kwa buri muntu ayine kikachewe nabuguze mitwaro 45 mbuguzire 40 na kwata mitwaro 30 na gure jempuno inenda ebyo kulya chachu ati 15 za sigire na kwata mitwaro 10 na sasuro webati ebebe mkulebebe ate mitwaro 5 na zereza ya nyombe chire ati nataka kurebere jempunu yekabwire bo kuzara.
Now to cut the long story of that woman, when I visited her, she was 64 years old in age, as she said in Nyankore. But in all those 64 years, she had never owned anything in her home. Put it back in Nyankore so that they hear the beginning. In Nyankore, just that part, the beginning.
Amazina mbanyita Tumusime Deserata omutuze wa Rubirizi district ate yimirira ndi omuseri ya Kizurugo nisima president wa Uganda ayatwire PDM Nyokura nyine myaka nkaga nina. Nkatene chinda tunjira haka.
Now, that's the story now. You hear that. You hear that. Honorable, right honorable, all the excellence and all those. You hear that. I am 64 years old, but in all this time I had never owned anything in my life. Imagine. That's the story she told me. But there's also something she told me which is not captured. Because of poverty, the husband was in Kampala here. Tumsima was there alone. But with the PDM, the husband came back. I found the husband back there. So, Honorable, Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, Excellency Vice President, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable. Enough is enough. Every so-called leader must use the government program to eradicate poverty and create jobs. Jobs are created by wealth. Obugaga bwebuzala emirimo. Lonyo is the one producing teach. Teach comes from Lonyo. You cannot have teach without Lonyo, without wealth. So I'm now in a very bad mood because the capital is there. So in the past, my case was not so strong because people would say, how do we start? Like to Msime, how do I start? But there's now capital there. There's 800 million shillings in each parish already. Use it instead of arsenal. And okay, you can have arsenal, but please solve that fast if you are a leader. Finally, I was watching here, I was sitting here, watching you shaking hands, hugging. But these people, do they know that there is Ebola? Me, I will not touch any of you. Sorry. Habari. Sibakwata konze. Ebola, fortunately, Ebola is not like Corona. Corona was very dangerous because it was spreading through breathing. Ebola doesn't go through breathing, but it goes through contact. Greeting, hugging. Why do you hug? There's a danger. Me, I don't have a budget for sickness. Because if I had been sick, how would I have done all these things in the last 65 years? So please, set example. There's a big problem now in Congo. Here, let's everybody stop this shaking of hands and all this. And Corona, this Ebola first goes away. So, but thank you very much for supporting the NRM. At least you support the NRM even if you don't do other things. NRM has been able to move forward because of your support. But now, in order to consolidate the support, let's solve all these problems. Let's really get our people out of poverty and create jobs. We can create more jobs than the population here. I have given you that mathematics. You can create more than 100 million jobs by just commercial agriculture alone, even before you go to manufacturing and so on. During the address of the nation, I will say more. For today, I congratulate everybody. I also congratulate the opposition for bringing their candidates. Apoyo Matek, Rubanga Kony. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the wise counsel to us and to this Parliament. We really appreciate you taking out time to come and perform your constitutional obligation under Article 82 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. And now, before we close and do the anthems, with the Appointments Committee. Your Excellency and my Lord the Chief Justice, we also want to thank you for taking off time to be with us today to perform your constitutional obligation. We don't take your attendance for granted. This House will stand adjourned to 4th of June 2026 at 2 p.m., same venue in Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. And can we rise up for the national anthems in the reverse order?
And I hope you cannot regret having kept it on UBC TV. The exercise of the day finally comes to an end. And now, since 2022, when the Parliament of Uganda lost the late Speaker of Parliament, Jacobo Lokori Olanya, there returns another Jacobo, this time round in the names of Jacobo Maxons OBOTH, West Budama County Member of Parliament Central, is the man who has now, on this 25th day of May 2026, assumed the full responsibility of leading the 12th Parliament of Uganda as the next Speaker of the 5 years. And he will be assisted by Ruhinda North Member of Parliament, that is none other than Right Honorable Thomas TAYEBWA, who has retained his office at the Parliament of Uganda. I understand he has been occupying the 3rd floor at the Parliament of Uganda. Whether he will be retaining the same is a matter of time. Now, the president is expected to be part of the photography here, which happens to be the last activity of the day in as far as the election of the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the 12th Parliament is concerned. This is the first sitting of the first session of the first meeting of the 12th Parliament. And now this automatically indicates that business at the Parliament of Uganda has officially commenced. To the voters who cast their vote on the 15th of January 2026, it is now time to put your eyes and ears to the Parliament of Uganda, and whether the voters, whether the members of Parliament you did elect have performed or they have not. That is an oversight activity. You will be charged to assess them after 5 years. For now, if God doesn't decide otherwise, if death doesn't skip or take 1 or 2, you'll have to wait for them after 5 years. That is in 2031, when they will be coming back to different constituencies again to secure mandates in as far as representation is concerned. The president's message has been in white and black. Of course, he has zeroed, and tough as you heard him, he says time for sleeping is now gone. He did pronounce himself here on the 12th of May, when he took oath as the president, that this will be Chisanja no sleeping, Chisanja no corruption. He has re-emphasized that indeed this time round, even before he consults the members of cabinet, he has warned whoever will be voting, will be appointing, that he is going not to spare anyone other than dismissing them or relinquishing them of duty. He wants them to be the lead examples. He was asking that, how can we give this money of PGM to communities, and you are a minister, you are a leader, you are a member of parliament, you come from that particular community and you find people who are left behind. He has emphasized that the money economy must be a responsibility of every Ugandan, but of course they must work alongside leaders. So he has left a warning note behind that this time round, time for joking is done. It's time for business and time for working for Ugandans. The leader of opposition has also been tasked that indeed it is time he also organizes his room, that they must also be at the same page with the ruling government, the ruling party, to ensure that their major aim is one, to uplift the livelihoods of Ugandans. The people they are leading as opposition, that the same people who are living in Uganda as citizens. These are things which touches almost everybody. So it's not a matter of politics, but they should fight tooth and nail to ensure that Ugandans at least can earn what they can refer to as a better living. The president will be taking some photos here with the speaker and the deputy, and I think with a few members of the team at Parliament. And after that, they will also be leaving these grounds, and we will be the last people to leave these grounds of colonial ceremonial grounds. Twagala okwebaza gwe abadde atulaba okuva ku makya we twatandikidde nti nkakasa ogoberedde bulungi enteekateeka eno ey'okulonda ababaka ba Parliament, abakubiriza b'olukiiko olukulu olw'eggwanga Parliament oba ssetteesezo ow'e12, ng'era mu balondeddwa mwe mubadde Jacob Oboth alondeddwa ku ky'omukubiriza olwo. Thomas Tayebwa abadde omumyuka wa speaker mu Parliament ey'e11 era azeemu n'akwasibwa obuyinza obwo, ekitegeeza nti kati emirimu gya Parliament gitandikiddewo mu butongole. Mbadde nkumenyeramenyeramu nti omukulembeze w'eggwanga mu kwogera kwe wano alaze nti si musanyufu n'engeri ebintu gye bitambulamu mu ggwanga. Yeebuuza lwaki abalonzi, lwaki bannayuganda basigala baavu, so nga ate mu bitundu gye bava oyinza okusanga nti waliwo baminisita, waliwo ba MP. Alowooza nti si nsonga ya bitiibwa butiibwa, wabula ayagala bano babeere abasaale mu kuteeka mu nkola ensonga okulaba nti bannayuganda bejja mu bwavu. Omulabi waffe njagala kukoma wano olwaleero, wabula sirema kukwebaza nti obadde mulabi mulungi, era ffe guno gwe gwaffe gwe twasaba, era gwe kalira buli wabaawo enteekateeka efaanana bweti tujja kujjanga butereevu ku ntimbe za TV. Mbadde Robert Onyango, and for our viewers of UBC, we want to say thank you For God and my country, I remain Robert Onyango.
Thank all the service providers. Music that they have given us today.